the first mass shooting that I actually processed. It wasn't like I involuntarily processed it, and it was obviously, of course, because this had to do with a white supremacist, killing black folks. Because like you'd hear about shit, in the past, but it wasn't nearly as intense. Like people would die, people would get injured, but like maybe 2 would die and like 10 would get injured. Yeah. But with that one, everybody died. It was all racially motivated, and the dude was treated with respect. And I'm not saying that his ass should have got his ass. I'm not saying they should have fucked him up like 100%, but like you got a clear disregard for life. You've killed however many people, and you telling me that they're gonna take you in with somebody got some feedback going, or was that my shit?
That sounded like it was yours.
My bad. But yeah, y'all take his ass. Y'all take him in like all he did was jaywalk to some shit, man. It's just get the fuck out of here, bro. And then like all you ever see on the news is people getting fucking shot in the back, thrown on the ground, head busted open, knees to the face, all this bullshit on these badge cams, and y'all tell me y'all couldn't fuck this dude up even a little bit. So that was probably my first one ever really processing as well, man.
Because it kind of ties into the police brutality shit. It's like I literally seen y'all beat a motherfucker ass on the corner at a store for selling cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Put a knee in his back, can't breathe, beat him up, punching him while you're on the ground, and y'all walk a motherfucker out the building like he just won a dance competition or some shit. Like
McDonald's. I would that shit. Bro, honestly, if I was McDonald's as a company, I would be sick, bro. Like, yo, y'all took him to my establishment. Like,
I couldn't have been at a fucking McDonald's as an employee.
I would have been like, man, get him the fuck out of here, bro.
I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga in these handcuffs?
Right.
I would have threw the burger at his ass, bitch ass nigga. And this is not me trying to be funny right now, but seriously though, like I couldn't imagine being the fucking worker and like 6 cops come in that bitch, or like a whole SWAT team car go through the drive-through. I'd have been spit in all them drinks and stuck a finger on all them burgers.
No, you don't deserve no food at that moment. You don't deserve that shit, bro.
I'd have shit this shit.
Y'all are terrible.
I would have.
Hey, shit, I ain't against it.
No, it is.
That nigga shake for real, and put that shit in the McFlurry grinder. If you work at McDonald's, you know what I'm talking about. Put that shit in the McFlurry grinder and shit.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's nasty, bro.
Oh my god, bro, you'd have been so fired.
I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. Yeah, he did that motherfucker. Fuck under the jail. Fuck a psych evaluation. Like, is this a bone? I'd have broke that bitch. Yeah, he can.
Bro, he wanted because he went in there and killed old folks, bro.
Yeah, man.
Old folks.
Anyways,
yeah, bro. So another one. Oh, go ahead.
No. I was about to go into the next situation. Go ahead. What were you about to say?
The Oxford one. I was.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, the Oxford shooting that happened in Michigan.
Oxford Township, Michigan.
Yeah. You know the details on that?
I'm not sure if I know the details because I only briefly saw it on the news. But if you could pull some of the details up.
Yeah,
I think it was. I don't think it was racially motivated. I just think the kid was just upset.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was getting fucked with. Like he was getting bullied and shit. He was just got tired of getting bullied. Went to school and had a couple key. I think he had a couple classrooms hostage too, if I'm not mistaken. Like people was like he was knocking on classroom doors, I believe.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that one you talking about.
So he could shoot them. Yeah, he was trying to knock. He was knocking on their doors to get the kids to come out the class so he could shoot them, and they was like, "Nah, don't." They had like people showing videos of them in the classroom, him knocking on the doors, like, "Come out the class." And
right, yeah. No, I'm gonna look up the details on that, but let me run some things by you guys, man. So, okay, so as far as mass shootings go,
yeah.
So 20% of the mass shootings that's happened in the last 50 years, of the whole 164 cases that's in the database, 20% of them happened in the last 5 years. So in the last 50 years, Yeah, now it's 50 years. 20% of the mass shootings have happened in the last 5 years.
That's crazy.
More than half of the shootings have occurred since the year 2000, and 33% since 2010. The deadliest shooting yet were in 2017 and 2018, and this year.
Was that the one? Was that the one when the dude was killing the Asians?
Man, it was the Vegas shooting was in one of those years, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, the guy that was hanging out the hotel room shooting people off the street.
Yeah. In 2017, the Las Vegas shooting, which killed 58 people.
Yeah, he was hanging out the hotel room with the sniper and shit, killing people from above.
Right. Yeah, and so it's crazy because, man, reading this shit, like in the 1980s, the average, in the 1970s, mass shootings killed only 5 to 7 people per year. So in the 70s, from 70s to the 80s, like from 71 to 80, only 5 to 7 people would die when it comes to like mass shootings or anything along those lines. That rose from the 80s to the 90s. That doubled. So then it was 14 people would die a year when it comes to mass shootings. In the 90s, that rose to 21. So this shit's doubling each year. So in the 1990s, from 1990s to 2000s, 21 people a year would die from mass shootings.
I have a question.
So
I got 2 questions. One question is, do y'all think the rise of social media has an effect on this? And do y'all also think the process in which they sell guns has an effect on this?
Oof.
As far as the social media question, I say yes because yes and no because information can't kill. Like,
I don't know if it's per se the information. I just think that people having access. Well, yeah, right. You're right. Information. People having access to more of more hateful things that they can read about people. I guess.
Yeah, and more hateful people can get in cahoots with one another because of how many people can be reached via social media.
Right.
One thing I will say is social media definitely increased suicide. That's one thing I'll say.
It definitely did.
Cyberbullying has definitely contributed to the rise in suicide over the course of the last 20 years or so.
Right.
That's one thing I can say. Mass shootings, I'm pretty sure it's played its part. But when I sit here and think about it, the rise of suicide comes to mind first before mass shootings. One thing I will say is the process when it comes to buying guns, I don't think so. Because
so you don't think because think about my man's right.
Yeah,
the dude, the Buffalo shooter.
Yeah,
he wasn't even supposed to be able to buy a gun. Like they literally said that he had something in his record stating that he said something in high school about him. No, not in high school. He mentioned something about shooting a high school up, right? So once you mention something like that, you're kind of disqualified from being able to buy a gun. He still was able to buy a gun after that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, no, that ain't cool. So let's see.
So they got to investigate whoever sold it.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Right. He made a threat, and once you make a threat, I guess you're supposed to be disqualified from being able to buy a gun.
Unless he gets off the streets or something, yeah.
See, and that's the thing. That's why I said I don't think the way that guns are sold has made a huge difference. But I can't say it hasn't.
Yes and no, because
I say because people don't get their hands on guns.
They gonna get guns. But the process of which they selling guns, they're not doing a thorough enough approach to selling guns, and people that should not be having guns are buying guns. But then again, like you said, this is the United States of America. There's guns all over the fucking country.
Yeah,
we're gonna find ways to get guns.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I know. I'm sorry, but this is off topic. But you know what Elon Musk need to work on?
What?
That you can't shoot a certain gun unless it has your fingerprint.
Oh, you're talking about like Metal Gear Solid 4 shit.
That would be dope if they came up with that kind of technology.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they could.
Put ID tags on guns.
Yeah, yes. I'm pretty sure they could, but it'll probably take a lot of money and a lot of work to fucking make those kind of things.
And then that's the thing. You got to understand. So we would have that shit here in the States, but that shit would be non-existent in these third world countries. Exactly. So like that would cause a whole. It would be difficult, I think, in order to manufacture or even convert the rest of the world into using that same technology.
Not really, because you could just use that shit on your phone. You can use the phone to convert yourself to the gun, and boom, bada bing.
Convert yourself to the. What you mean?
Like, say if they came up with that kind of technology, yeah, you can convert it from your phone first, and that way the gun only works for you. So every time you pick up the gun, it's only synced to your fingerprints, it's only synced to you, You know what I'm saying?
But how'd you get that technology on all the other guns that's still out here? Because a gun is still going to be a gun.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. These are the guns that are kept track of. What about all the other illegal motherfuckers that got guns? Look, check out the hood, for instance. I can go to the hood and get a snub nose right now for $200.
Straight.
I guarantee you ain't nobody heard that one.
It'll be a process that they eventually you will have to start eliminating regular guns. But then again, like I said, that will take like a fucking
that would
take like a 50-year process in order for you to get all the fucking guns.
I think like they would have to enforce like martial law in order to do some shit like that, man. They would have to walk up in homes and take guns. So the chances of that happening, I think, will be is like far.
I mean, we just talking about the extreme. We talking about extremes right now.
That would be dope.
I mean, that definitely will probably help too. But damn, man, I was gonna make a point.
Like
but...
Judge Dredd. Okay, never mind.
Like who?
Judge Dredd. Yeah, that's what they did.
What that is?
It's a movie. No, it's neither here nor there.
It's a movie called. You ever seen a movie called Ken?
Not what that is.
I've heard.
It's a movie about. I mean, this is off topic, but it's a movie about a black kid. Actually, it's about a black kid. He finds a gun that's foreign. He found a foreign gun, and he somehow the gun is synced to his fingerprint, and only he can use it. So other people, like all the adults, like give me the gun. When they get the gun, they can't access it at all. It's like it folds up when other people touches it, but when he touches it, it unfolds for him to use it.
What the fuck kind of foreign gun?
It's synced to him. For some
sound like an alien gun.
It is. Come to find out, the gun is from another planet, and the reason why it's synced to him is because he's actually
from another planet.
He's actually from another planet. Like he's actually an alien from another planet, but he's on Earth. So the gun synced to him because he is a part of their culture, and they like synced to you because you're a part of us.
Interesting. This shit sound dope as hell.
It's called Ken. It's about a black kid.
Yeah, not to take away from the conversation. We do this all the time, so just bear with us.
All right. But we end up going.
Yeah. We do this all the time. But to put more to give you guys a little bit more. So, like I told you guys, from the early 2000s to 2010, it was at like 23 deaths a year from mass shootings. Now, from 2010 to 2020, that doubled. So now the average of people that die a year, or at least from 2010 to 2020, was over 50 people a year from mass shootings.
Now, what problem? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What problem is that? Is that a gun problem, or is that people?
I don't think people. I don't think you can pinpoint.
Now that I sit here and think about it, I think yes, the internet internet and social media. I think that's one of the reasons why it increases, because it seems like it gives people ideas.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And you can pick, like, let's say, for instance, right? I go on the internet right now, and I'm thinking like a mass shooter. I want to kill a bunch of people, right? I can go online on Facebook and find a bunch of events of people gathering around at a place like, 100 people going to be here at this event, or 1,000 people going to be at this event. I can go to a concert. I think it was one shooting that happened at a concert.
The Las Vegas one was a concert, wasn't it? It was a
concert.
It was an Adriana Grande concert, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I mean, and I think that the people that have these sick ass mentalities, man, I think they get a kick out of, like, they're just such a clear disregard for life. They're like, all right, he did it. Like, this shit's everywhere. I hate myself. I hate the world. I'm gonna go do that same shit here. Like,
but the racially motivated ones though, like,
what drives
a motherfucker to be like, well, I've heard, like, for what you told me and showed me, that the guy he kind of was thinking, like, in the terms of, like, they think they race is about to be extinct.
Yeah, no, there are those extreme ass white supremacists who believe as if, well, they know that white people, period, are going to become the minority in this country in however many years, and some of them are totally against it. They said
50 years into the future, everybody's going to be mixed.
God damn, I got something in my eye. What?
That's crazy. It started all. Well, this is my opinion. I don't know if it's right, wrong, or whatever, but that way of thinking started off because of some shit they said. If you have a drop of black blood or whatever in you, then
then you black.
Oh, no, that's fact.
That's facts.
Yeah, our DNA is superior to everybody else's. So if you have drop of black blood in you, black. So
I mean, yeah, we are the original people. I mean, the very first person, as far as the first person the furthest back they've tracked, it has been a black man and a black woman, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
it was. They say it was a black woman at first.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, because the same cat was on the dark web. Apparently, he was on 4chan, which is like this forum on the dark web.
I remember that.
Yeah, he was. It was this forum on the dark web, and that's where he was talking to all this shit about. Talking about all this shit. And the craziest thing about this situation, the one that made me really want to talk about it, was the fact that this asshole fucking live streamed it on Twitch.
Yeah.